Hi, welcome to my second video on development aid. So remember the first theory that said that aid did not work because we didn't impose enough conditionality on the money we were giving. In particular because it was not conditional on good policies being implemented. So some authors did an empirical study that related good policies working through an interaction with aid and seeing how do these good policies affect growth. And basically what they find is that aid can only have a positive effect in economic growth for developing countries when it's conditional on these good policies. Because when aid goes to countries with bad policies, it actually has a negative effect, and it's only when you pass certain threshold of the quality of the policies being financed that aid has a positive effect. So their theory says that basically what happened in the last few decades is that we were financing bad policies, and that's why aid had a negative effect. Now, this sounds like a plausible theory, but unfortunately there's many problems with it, and they're mostly empirical problems. It turns out these results are not robust due to a series of changes in the research design, which challenges the validity of this theory. Basically, what people did was they rerun the analysis, changing a little bit the definition of aid, perhaps including other measures of aid like subsidized loans, and basically they found that if anything, there was no effect of good policies. If anything, aid was always negative, regardless of conditionality. And also people started thinking, maybe their definition of good policies is not the correct one, and they changed this definition in the analysis. Basically, the definition these people use in the paper depends negatively on inflation and also in deficits. So basically, when countries were running more inflation, this means that they were having on average less good policies. And when countries had deficits, when the government was spending too much, that was also a bad policy. But overall, at least in Keynesian theories, this may not be the case. We might have a different view about this. So it's not clear that this determines what a good policy is. And then also, they have an openness component there that influences the quality of the policies. And for this measure, they use something that is not standard. And when folks tried to use more standard measures of openness, the results went away. So again, aid did not interact with good policies, and if anything, the effect of aid was always negative. A third problem was the way they defined growth. They basically used too short of a time period, about 4 years, to calculate growth for this regression. And that might be too short of a time period. We might be capturing business cycle noise. And so people try to use longer time periods, and also the results disappear. Again, aid did not have any interaction with good policies, and if anything, the effect was negative. And also, some people have argued that the instruments they use in their analysis were not too good because they do not take into account possible other channels that they would be affecting directly the left-hand side variables. So basically, the exclusion condition is not satisfied, and also it might not be exogenous the way they construct the instruments. Basically, because instruments based on policy quality might affect directly growth, and also good policies may tend to attract more aid. So people started using other instruments, some based in the colonial origins or even in language, as a proxy for good policies. And it turned out that there was no effect on growth. And again, this disappeared. So there was no effect of having conditionality on good policies, and if anything, the effect of aid was negative. So this theory failed to answer the question, why did aid have a negative effect in the last few decades?